In sections 8 through 15 of A Treatise Concerning the Principles of Human Knowledge, George Berkeley makes several arguments against John Locke's theory of primary and secondary qualities. So in sections 8 and 9, Berkeley attacks Locke's resemblance thesis. According to Locke, our ideas of the primary qualities of objects resemble qualities that are not ideas, which exist in the material object itself. So, for example, my idea of the triangular shape of a slice of pizza resembles the actual triangularity of the slice of pizza. Berkeley says that this is all nonsense. An idea, he says, can only resemble other ideas. Ideas can't resemble non-ideas. Here's how he argues this. The actual shape of triangularity is either perceivable or not, he says. If triangularity is perceivable, then, by definition, it is an idea, since only ideas are perceivable. In that case, my idea of the shape of the pizza slice resembles another idea. On the other hand, if the pizza slice's actual triangularity cannot be perceived, if it is invisible and intangible, then it is nothing like my idea of the shape of a pizza slice. Why? Because my idea of the shape of the slice of pizza is visible and tangible. I can see and feel the shape of the pizza. If the real shape of the pizza is colorless, then it's nothing like the yellowish triangle that I see in my mind. If the real shape of the pizza can't be felt, then it's nothing like the warm, soft chunk of cheesy goodness that I can feel with my hands. Next, in section 10, Berkeley attacks the claim that while primary qualities exist outside the mind in material objects, secondary qualities exist only in the minds of perceivers. Berkeley agrees that secondary qualities exist only in the mind, but he says so do primary qualities. Now, why think so? Well, his key premise is that primary qualities can't exist without secondary qualities. They can only exist together. To prove this point, Berkeley simply challenges you to try to conceive of a shape without conceiving of a boundary of some kind, either a color boundary that you can see or a tangible edge that you could feel. You can't do it, he says. All you get is a blank, like this. Finally, Berkeley tries to turn some of Locke's own arguments against him. Here's an example that Locke and Berkeley both use. If one of my hands is very hot and my other hand is very cold, and I put both hands in a bucket of lukewarm water, the water will feel cold to the hot hand and hot to the cold hand. So you might conclude that therefore heat and cold are only ideas in the mind, not qualities that exist in the water itself. Similarly, the same food might taste sweet to one person but bitter to another person. The conclusion in all these cases is that since we can have contradictory perceptions of the secondary qualities of the same object, those qualities don't really exist in the object itself but only in our minds. But Berkeley points out that the same kind of argument also proves that primary qualities are only in our minds. The same object can also appear to be a different shape, say rectangular or trapezoidal or whatever, in different size, depending on the perspective from which we view it. The table may appear bigger or smaller depending on how far away you are from it. The object might even appear to be moving or at rest depending on whether you, the viewer, are moving or at rest. So Berkeley concludes that primary qualities are also only in our minds, not in the objects themselves.